So, Pepper, we are backing up because we're starting to ingest a little bit of that tear gas at this point. But if you take a look over there, and Kim's going to try his best whilst remaining safe to make sure he gives you. Officers are kicking some of those pellets around, trying to clear people out of this area. You can see some of the gentlemen over there having masks on. Obviously, a lot of people, as you heard, were crowded around this Walmart, as you said on Sunday. That is where the shooting happened. And many of people were trying to make sure they were advocating for the Senatobia community, for the greater Mississippi community, and particular, they tell me, for Black communities. Now, I apologize again. We're trying to back as far away as possible because the tear gas is slowly but surely moving in our direction. But you can see plenty of people are scattered around this Walmart trying to make sure they are remaining as safe as possible. People have been telling me all day today, excuse me, sir, people have been telling me all day today that they are trying as much as possible to keep one another safe. Excuse me. And they are trying to make sure that they are doing their job. Now, we are as quickly as possible moving away from all of this. You can hear my voice is getting harder and harder to talk about all of this. But people are clearing from this area, holding one another. I saw a couple of people interlocking arms, trying to get each other as far away from this area as possible. You can see these gentlemen here, they've got their masks tied, trying to put some shirts over their face and putting it as trying to protect themselves as much as possible.
How much damage is the Trump administration and his acolytes going to do to the Black community, to the Hispanic community, to the woman community, before those people that are still on the Trump train decide is enough? Because if we don't help y'all, they damn sure going to come for us sooner or later. Folks, this was a young 1-year-old in Mississippi, lost his life because the police was coming in to find someone that was shoplifting, and in the melee, somehow or another, this little kid got shot. This is pathetic, and that is just one of the sad stories we're going to cover today. I will try to add some humor, but I can't lie to y'all. Stuff like this just get me riled up, but we'll see if we can do what it do. Show starts right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside until the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that full. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
What's good, everybody? You're in the building with the all-knowing, all-loving, all-feeling, all-seeing, all-powerful, all-woke, all-DEI, all-lover of the LGBTQ plus community. Just damn all everything sexy as hell host of this channel. It's me, Lamont Tyson, bringing you politics of being Black. And if you don't know what we do here, we take all the embedded societal myths that have been put in place by rich white people to keep the average American at bay so that we don't progress, we don't question their authority, and we go by this bull jive narrative that they don't live themselves by, which is exampled by the Trump administration each and every day. I go through videos that they give us, and we talk about how that is messed up, how they have pushed that on society, and how we need to break it. First thing before I even break this down, make sure you guys are subscribed and get my notifications, because my lives are going to always be shotgun pop-up lives, ladies and gentlemen, for the most part, except for Monday. Monday night is a stand-in 8 p.m. where I bring on guests, but all the other lives are going to probably just be pop-ups. And if you want to follow my trading journey, I trade stocks live each and every day at this channel right here. Win by losing in stocks. And this has been a great week. I've gotten some of Elon Musk's money. I've taken a little bit off that trillionaire status. And if you want to learn how to trade, or if you want to understand what I do in stocks, there is a link in the video description where you can get a one-on-one with me to talk about that. But I would encourage you, just come watch me trade daily. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the new group of people that have been following me. And let's just talk about this situation right here. I'm going to show the video one more time, but I'm not going to go the full video. I just want some of those that popped in to know the subject matter we're covering. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, 1-year-old kid was shot in Mississippi. The police were responding to what they said was a shoplifting incident. And what the video was showing, ladies and gentlemen, was people protesting because they're sick and tired of this bull jive. We've had Carmelo Anthony in jail. He's not dead, but you might as well say he's dead. He's in the industrial complex of jail, where in the same week we've seen a white Republican judge, ladies and gentlemen, that was trafficking kids for almost a decade, using his power. He got less time than Carmelo did. That fucker got like 15 years, 15, 20 years, and then had the audacity to be asking for probation. But back to this. My heart goes out to this family, ladies and gentlemen. My heart goes out to them. I'm a dad. And I've got another dad story where I can relate to coming up next. I'm a dad. No parent should ever have to bury their child. Never. This makes me sick. Where's the accountability? What are we going to do about it? Because at the end of the day, folks, I just hate to break this down. White people and people in power, they laugh at regular protests. They fear riots. You see, you remember January 6th, Capitol riot? How much tear gas did you see up in that bitch? Oh, if you don't remember, let me show you. White folks hanging off the damn Capitol looking like spider monkeys. Y'all see any tear gas here? I'll wait. The only tears I saw was the people inside the Capitol running scared for their lives that the biggest trailer park in the United States had come under the Capitol. And you mean to tell me your police force killed an innocent little boy, and these people, nobody we saw in this video had a weapon. They can't fucking protest? Stop it. Stop it. And for you MAGA folks who love to say we blame everything on race, we're race pimps. There's no such thing as race. Well, is there race? Is there no such thing as race? Because if it ain't, why are we race pimps? At the end of the day, MAGA fanatics, you need to get on our side, because what are you going to do when they come for the stuff you love? And let me give you an example of this. Shouts out to this boy's family. My heart goes out to you. If you want to come on my channel and vent, this is a safe space. But for the MAGA folks that look at this and don't think nothing's going to happen to their dumb asses, I want you to think about it like this. You all wanted the Epstein files. Remember? When Trump got in office, he lied to y'all and said he was going to fully release the Epstein files. He lied to y'all and said America first. He didn't do none of that for y'all. But for some reason, y'all still hanging on to him. We lose one of our kids and we go protest without weapons, and y'all cheer for tear gas, when what Trump has done is an atrocity bigger than this. Y'all still support him. That man has come for what y'all claim America first. He went and spent all this money messing up a war in Israel that Barack Obama had already fixed to the tune of about $7 billion. He done fucked it up and spent $300 billion. Where's America first? How come you same folks that was doing this, looking like spider monkeys, why y'all ain't at the White House doing that UFC event where y'all look stupid trying to have jokes about Michelle Obama? Y'all should have been climbing all over the damn White House just like this, since y'all so much about America first. Bull job, folks. The hypocrisy here is white people lie. The people in power push these lies, and so many dumb, uneducated people fall prey to it that they don't know that them same people that use race, perpetuate race to keep them happy. Because remember, folks, what's the saying on my channel? They love hate more than food on their plate. And they don't realize that they will come for you. As a matter of fact, they are coming for you right now. They're coming after your Social Security. They are robbing you blind financially, and y'all sit there and you act like a seal in a circus and clap it up. Come on, man. Our plight is your plight. Get with the system. Post your comments, folks. Let me know what you think. Thank you all for coming and tuning in. I might start doing these at 4 p.m. because it's right now I've got like a 300 and something turnout. Please like the video. The next one, folks, is near and dear to my heart because it makes me upset that someone actually had the audacity to get mad at a young man who took his kids into the women's bathroom because the men's bathroom was full. Any girl dad out there, you probably had this conversation with your children's mom, your wife, whatever. Should you go into the woman's bathroom with your daughter, especially a daughter who's like a toddler, you know, between the ages of 2 to about 6, 7, whatever? Because sometimes these bathrooms can be scary for these kids. And if you can't get into the man's bathroom, or the men's bathroom tend to be dirty as hell, stink, whatever, you don't want to throw her in there. So what I normally do when that happens, I knock on the door. If nobody says nothing, I'll push the door open, tell my daughter to go in there and check to see if anyone's in there. And if they are, say that daddy's going to come in with me to use the bathroom. Ladies and gentlemen, anytime I have ever done this, I've always been graciously invited into those bathrooms by what appears to be MAGA women, by what appears to be old women. The old women are always like, oh, get your ass in here. You know, old folks don't care, man. Old folks will sit there, pass gas right in front of your face, pop out of the damn stall, breasts all out. They don't give a shit. They happy to see someone is trying to help this little girl. But we have a MAGA maggot attack a person of color who was in a bathroom with his, not one girl, I only got one, but 2 girls while they was washing hands. Listen to this and let's talk about what happened afterwards.
I'm standing in the doorway of the ladies' bathroom. Okay? My wife, there is a man with his 2 little girls using the women's bathroom.
Wash your hands, baby.
He is. He's washing his hands with his daughters right now. He is leaving it.
It's all right, baby.
She is waiting to use the restroom with her mother, who is very ill
Wash your hands.
and who is on oxygen.
It's okay. Some of them are just immature.
And he's refusing. He's taking his sweet time.
I have 2 girls washing their hands.
You let this lady, this woman is she's a woman. She can bring her daughters in here. She's a manager of the QT.
I'm their
You can
dad.
ask her. I understand. And you don't have any business bringing her into the women's bathroom.
They're girls. They go to the women's bathroom.
As soon as he leaves the women's bathroom, I will. I'm standing in the doorway. And he's taking his own sweet time. Hey, sweetheart. This is ridiculous, man.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. Some men are just immature.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is sad. That is pathetic. That old white guy was attacking this man who was letting his daughters wash their hands. What's the point in being upset? I mean, and then he tried to throw in the old trope, the societal trope, old person. He tried to do that shit, right? Instead of just sitting your ass out there waiting for this man to come out, you enraged that he's in the woman's bathroom. Mind you, there is a woman that works in there with him standing there. So what the fuck you think he's doing? And he's washing his daughter's hands, man. Then you, not only do you come in there and run your damn mouth, you come in there and run your fucking mouth and you make his daughters cry. And he tells his daughters that he's calm, he's collective, telling his daughters it's just an ignorant person. Bro, he's better than me. Because y'all know how we have these Karens attacking black people. That was a Ken. That was a Ken who had no business sticking his nose in that bathroom in the first place to complain that that guy was in there washing his daughter's hands. I could understand if he was in there doing something wrong. I could, look, even if he would have brought his sons in there, anyone who has kids understand that when these kids got to go to the bathroom, hell, it's more of an emergency than Luther Vandross sweating on stage after drinking a gallon of water. You got to get them fuckers in that bathroom quick. And that young man kept great composure, washed his hands, said he was a dad, listened to all that MAGA man's bull jive. When the problem with the MAGA man, ladies and gentlemen, he's got twofold problems. Number one, this Christian nationalist bull jive. I can recall they used to attack Kamala, something that went very big for the Republican Party, trans individuals getting surgeries. In my state, we had a bathroom bill that was going to they had put up, and it got so much backlash about trans individuals going in the other bathroom from the community, not just Democrats, that they had to take the shit down. So I don't understand. And bruh, if your wife, mama, whoever you was talking about, got to go to the bathroom that bad, let her walk her old ass in there and go in the stall. What's the problem here? Come on, man. Come on, man. This is pathetic. Old trope he used, the old lady was definitely a trope. Christian nationalist bull job in his head got him thinking that if a man is in the bathroom, then he's up to no good. The man, the father, was clearly hashtag washing his daughter's hands twice, and he had two of them. And you made one of them cry. The latest I heard on this story, folks, dude lost his job. Not the guy washing his kids' hands, but the guy running there, running his mouth looking like a butthole because he was. That was very dumb. Post your comments, y'all. Let me know what you think. And let me know, fellas, you girl dads out there that have young kids, or you've had kids in the past. Have you ever gone into the women's bathroom because you couldn't get your daughter in the men's bathroom? Have you ever had anybody attack you like that? I mean, it would have even made better sense if a woman would have attacked them, but it wasn't a woman. It was a worker from that particular place standing in there with the boy. That's MAGA moron, folks. Classic. MAGA, little male moron energy. Post your comments. Let me know what you think. The last couple of videos we're going to do before I get out of here today, folks, they all have to do with the taking over of progressive voices pretty much on all social media, which is another issue that I don't think MAGA lovers understand. If the people in power decide to shut down our voices, what you going to do when they come for you? Or do you think they're never going to come for you? Or do you feel like you are such a worker bee for MAGA and Republican ideology that you don't care what they do? They can trample on your household, your feelings anytime they want to, and the shit doesn't matter to you. You let me know how you feel about that. But progressive individuals have been complaining across all platforms about how they shut our videos down when we spit facts and then we cite the facts. But they'll let MAGA get up there and spew just the biggest Scott Jennings lies you can ever see, and they still get the videos up. And so I'm going to show you a couple of videos that not necessarily got taken down, but they got decentralized to be put up on YouTube. They got demonetized. Now, TikTok is notorious for this because TikTok, in part, is owned by, what's his name? Larry Ellison. And now, mind you guys, his son is now trying to take over Warner Brothers to add to Paramount, and it is just going to be a complete right-wing fascism, oligarchy mindfuck. It's just going to be completely full of that. But YouTube has always kind of been a stalwart, but now they're starting to mess up. So here's video number one that they demonetized. I don't understand why. We have a young man that was doing an experiment, and he had a monkey put on his back. Black guy. Now, one of the favorite statements in this society is, I got to get that monkey off my back. Well, that's literally what this young man was trying to do. See who would help him get the monkey off his back. And YouTube decided to demonetize this video. So you guys let me know, does this rise to something you feel like an advertiser wouldn't pay money to see? When I have seen so much bull jive on real TV and on social media, you got to really prove it to me that they won't pay to be on this video. Take a look, folks.
Trigger warning.
Look at this. They're all just watching. And we're supposed to live in a world that's equal and there's no hate, right? They're just watching him. They're laughing at him. Everybody. We're outnumbered in a world that clearly hates us, but they act like they don't. And it's the majority. That's the problem. It's the majority. Right? Only one. You see that? Only one. Only one person. The rest of them, it was a joke to them. It was hilarious. He was a monkey. This is what they think of black people. And you cannot argue and say that they don't. This was proof.
Folks, why would you demonetize that? When we give you the real account of what's going on, because history has never been proven, has never been explained properly, and we've never tackled the issue, you saw what traditionally this young man, folks, in the Black community and in most white circles, they would like a guy like this. He's light-skinned, good hair, put a monkey on his back, and they standing back there laughing. Now, thank God this was an experiment. This was an experiment to show people that always want to say, well, I don't believe in racism, it don't exist. Clearly, the shit exists. You had one lone girl who snatched it off his back and didn't even want to take credit for it. She took it, ran away, balled it up, and was going to throw it away, won't go and say nothing. Shouts out to that girl. But because she did what she did, they gave her a little, a little something to say thank you for being someone who's not a piece of shit. But why would you demonetize that? Why would you not show just how deep the divide is in this country, that people would stand behind this man with a monkey on his back and laugh, when the term "get that monkey off your back" did not come from Black people, it came from white people. So why y'all didn't help get the monkey off his damn back? Y'all stood there and laughed. You want me to go back to showing y'all how white folks like to monkey around? This is how white people like to monkey around. And when I say white people, folks, I am not talking about all white people. I think I have to preface that every time, because Black people would not have made the strides we've even made if it wasn't for those white people that sacrificed for us, helped us out, continue to fight with us for equality for everyone. Because if everyone is equal, we all have a legitimate playing field. But what we're seeing right now is not a legitimate playing field. And you clearly see why we need to address some of those historical issues we have. But back to the point, why are you demonetizing that? Somebody tell me, post your comments. Let me show you video number 2 that YouTube decided, hey, party over here, we don't want y'all putting up this kind of content. We're going to demonetize it. It makes you feel as though YouTube is under somebody's control. Let's see.
So the Trump administration has been using our tax dollars to abuse over 500 babies and toddlers inside these detention centers. MS Now's reporter Jacob Soboroff, along with the Marshall Project, have been working with the families and the children that they're keeping inside these centers. And these children have suffered brain development issues that may last for the rest of their lives. One family fled Russia with their 1-year-old little boy, and they kept them inside the Dilley detention center for 4 months. This little boy went 50 days without proper food. They had him in an environment where they never shut the lights off, even when it was time to go to sleep. Parents were stealing and hiding cereal and rice just so their child would not go hungry. Many of the children inside these centers have stopped eating altogether. They are hitting themselves. They are losing basic developmental skills. They're in a for-profit prison that makes money off of abusing children. And when these families complained about having enough proper food for their children, they told them they better shut up or they would separate them, that they would take their child away from them and send the mother states and states away. There is no humane way to keep a child inside a prison. And in the United States of America, we should not be doing that. I don't care what you think their parents have done. No child should be in a prison in the United States of America, and no company should be making money off of it.
Why would you demonetize that type of critical information? Why? Why are you trying to incentivize people not to let folks know what's going on in these ICE detention facilities? I thought, here's the thing society used to push on us. Children, old people, people's religion, those are things that are off. You don't touch them. They're off subject. You don't harm these people. If you're a gangster, you don't go after nobody's mama. You don't go after nobody's kids. You don't touch nobody's religion. This young lady is simply reporting what's going on in these detention facilities. And YouTube and other platforms said, we're not going to pay y'all to talk that shit. Folks, there's a problem here. There is clearly a problem here. And we need to rein this stuff in quick. I don't understand why advertisers would say we don't want that unless they're in on the fix. I can understand why someone who owns a detention facility don't want to see it. I can understand why someone who's a part of the whole entire complex making money don't want to see it. But I don't understand why YouTube in particular is like, we're not going to monetize that, because it makes me feel like you're in on the fix too, possibly. Last video, folks, that YouTube has been basically like, we're not going to demonetize this either. Take a look.
The UFC is a perfect example of how far we have fallen as a nation. On a weekend where my New York Knicks won our first championship in 53 years, where the Carolina Canes won their first cup in 20 years, where the World Cup is here and we are celebrating different nations coming in to our country to play the most beautiful sport on the pitch. The UFC stands alone as the testament of how far we have fallen as a nation. Michelle Obama has not been a first lady in over 10 years, and yet one of their fighters proclaimed gleefully to applause and woohoos that Michelle is a man. 10 years. The Obamas left office 10 fucking years ago, and these fucking racists still can't give it up. And you have the fucking Rogans of the world and the Trumps of the world and the Dana Whites of the world applauding and laughing and not correcting in the moment. Of course, after they came over and said something. But this weekend is emblematic of who we are as a nation, when the fucking president should be celebrating the joy of all these great sporting events happening, lifting our nation. He chooses instead to give room to fucking racists on the fucking front lawn of the people's house, desecrating everything that this country stands for. Why, racist white people are the bottom of the barrel. Always will be.
What? I'm like, what is there to demonetize about that other than whoever is your sugar daddy don't like that she called out Josh Hockett up for calling Michelle Obama a man? I mean, you have a cute girl who looks like she could be Bruno Mars' little sister. Repping the Knicks, shout out to the Knicks. Repping the Carolina Hurricanes, shout out to them. And then saying it was wrong for some man in a UFC on the White House lawn to be calling Michelle Obama a man. Basically telling us that he likes probably men that look like Michelle Obama, but that's what she was calling out. She has everything most YouTubers and most audience want to see. Cute little girl, looks good in that Knicks jersey. She could be multiracial, sounds very well versed. YouTube decides, oh no, we can't put a lot of money on that. Come on, man. Folks, at the end of the day, make sure you keep your notifications on. Make sure you follow your favorite progressive people pretty much everywhere they go. And you can help put pressure, because at the end of the day, I don't watch cable media because it's so lopsided Republican. It is so lopsided. People just get up there and just lie through their teeth. And then we as human beings who have education, critical thinking, have to go out and debate the bull jive, and usually have to on spot pull out our phone to prove to them that what they heard is a lie. And then those people want to turn around and turn to something else that they hope is the truth to try to say that you're wrong. That's what we're dealing with. And we don't need to be dealing with this from social media that pays us to create content. We're not fucking movie makers. We're supposed to be trying to create content that is usually true. I would say all time is true, especially when you're dealing with something like politics, but you're not incentivizing us to do that. So please, folks, support your favorite progressive voices. Make sure you've got their notifications on, sign up for their email newsletters, whatever they do, so that you don't lose their voice. Folks, that is going to do it for me. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Again, if you want to catch me for stocks, each and every single day, I'm up there live at 9:30. I'm usually done by 10. On average, I might take two trades a day, but I'm done. You have questions, you can hit me up at this link, teach you a little bit about how the game goes at that one-on-one link. And I did post on my movie and TV review channel for folks that used to follow me for Power. That's where my Power reviews are now, on that channel. And I posted the leak. Well, now it's not a leak anymore. Spider-Man, the movie that's coming out real soon, folks. That's going to be $1 billion movie. We're going to get our mean green savage Hulk back, and he's going to actually fight Spider-Man that is about to mutate and is almost, he's not as strong as the Hulk, but he's stronger than the normal Spider-Man, and the normal Spider-Man was strong. So let me know what you think. Go check out the video I posted yesterday on the top progressive female Black voices. It was a great list. All their links are in the video description, so is mine. Till that next Sex is Hell video, y'all be easy.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.